Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi. Today we're going to take a look at the 1980s classic penny racers produced by Takara. Takara produced these toys from the early to mid 80s, and they were sort of cheap, almost rack style toys that you could buy with pocket money. And they had a neat gimmick, which was the fact that each car is only about an inch long, and you could drop a 1p piece, or if you're in America, a 1 cent coin into the back of it, which would cause the car to do a wheelie when it pulled back and let go. Takara produced quite a few of these cars in different forms, and today we're going to take a look at the glow-in-the-dark versions. Penny racers are not the most common toy that you come across, and mainly I think that's because a lot of people remember them, but they weren't particularly sort of highbrow or highly collectible sort of toys, although as a kid I did love them and would always want more of them, but I don't think many people have sort of kept hold of them. So finding them is actually proving quite hard to do. In recent years I've only found one carded example for a decent price, which is a version of the glow-in-the-dark, the Spooker car, and I've managed to also pick up a few loose ones. A couple I got recently from the Car Boot Collector. You can check out his YouTube channel. And to me these are just really lovely toys. They're sort of little super deformed cars, nice big fat sort of Dunlop tyres on the back and small ones on the front, and all have quite nice styling. You'll notice with these that they all are the same colour and all have glow-in-the-dark elements. These toys were also available without the glow-in-the-dark sort of added sort of additional bits to them as just sort of normal penny racers. And each toy has sort of a strange little name added to the back. This one is called the Spooker, as you can see on the side. On the back it's got a couple of little eyes. The van here is called Moonbeam Mover, and there's another sort of little pickup truck here, which is a Desert Demon. And also this one here on the right is the Night Screamer. There are actually 6 of these glow-in-the-dark versions available in this purple colour. You could also get them in a black sort of finish as well, but the black version I very rarely see here in the UK. I think they're much more common in the US, so if you're in the US, much easier to get for you. You'll also notice with the packaging, this is a UK release version of the packaging, as it says 1 penny on it. In the US this had a 1 cent coin with the I think it's Abraham Lincoln or whoever it is in the middle of it, so there are definite different issues of the packaging UK and US versions. These toys were originally released in Japan under the toy line Choro-Q, and in fact you can still get them today in the toy shops over there. They still keep making them, and in recent years the Early Learning Centre here in the UK has also sort of rebought the brand for penny racers and has been releasing sort of modern versions, but they're not quite as cool as these old sort of original Takara 1980s ones. So as I said before, these are glow-in-the-dark versions, so they've been sitting under my light here gathering sort of lots of energy, so I'm going to switch the lights off and we'll see what they look like in the glowing mode. So as you can see, they are glowing a bit. This is not the darkest of rooms in the world, but you can see that there is a definite glow coming from them. And actually if you do this in a really darkened room, you can see they do glow quite nicely. So that's quite a nice little gimmick to add to any toy from the 80s. So let's look at the main feature of the penny racers, which is the addition of the penny coin on the back. Adds a little bit of weight to the car, so that when you pull it back and let it go, it does a wheelie rather than landing straight on its front wheels. So that's a pretty cool little feature. But you'll find with some of these penny racers that that feature doesn't actually work. If you look at something like the Moonbeam Mover here, if I do that, this guy's already got the penny in the back and I let go of him, you can see it rolls flat. And the reason for this is that in Japan, where these cards were originally released, you use a 10 yen coin, and in the rest of the world you use a penny or a 1 cent coin in the US. But a 10 yen coin actually weighs 1 gram more, at 4.5 grams, than a UK penny or a US penny, which only weigh slightly over 3 grams. The UK penny is 3.5 grams and the US is 3.1. So there's just not enough weight in the penny to make these larger vehicles actually do the wheelie. As well as the vehicles themselves, there are a few accessory sets available. I've previously reviewed the stunt set, so go and check out that video to see what you get there. There were also carry cases and a few other little elements that you could buy to it. This is not the easiest of toy lines to collect, but it's one that I'm really persevering in trying to find as many as I can, because I really like the stylings of them. I like the fact that they're sort of a little bit cute and a little bit sort of I don't know, just a bit childish looking. They're also fairly cheaply made. I'm imagining that most of these got thrown away, so finding them, as I've said, is pretty hard to do. But yeah, you know, if anyone out there spots them and has them in that they don't want in their collection, please get in touch and drop me a line, as I'm be happy to take them off your hands. They are a really nice thing to collect. They look great. I think the packaging is lovely. It's a very sort of naive bit of packaging, and there's some really nice designs to the toys. So overall, a great little sort of collection that anyone can start, but they are particularly hard to find. So hope that's been of interest to you, and thanks for watching.